Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Kamala Harris accidentally referred to Joe Biden as the vice president, echoing a verbal gaffe her boss made earlier, during a July 4th event at the White House. With many wondering if she could replace Biden as Democrats' candidate for president were he to drop out, she was positively giddy while giving the speech. She said, "We give thanks to our Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States. The extraordinary President of the United States Joe Biden." Biden then took in the applause from the Washington crowd and wished everyone a happy Independence Day amid calls for him to step down by many of his fellow Democrats. The brief error was similar to one that Biden himself had made in an interview with a black radio station in Philadelphia. The gaffe-prone president, 81, stumbled over his words during Thursday's interview with Philadelphia's WURD, seemingly mixing himself up with his Vice President Kamala Harris. He ended up referring to himself as a black woman in a clip that has sparked further concern about his fitness for office. "By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, to serve with a black president. Proud to be involved of the first black woman on the Supreme Court. There's so much that we can do because, look, we're the United States of America." Biden appeared to be highlighting his appointment of Kamala Harris as the United States' first black female vice president. Confusingly, he himself was previously vice president, which is likely what he was referring to in "to serve with a black president." The reference to the Supreme Court concerns Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black female justice, who was appointed by Biden in 2022. It was all smiles between Biden and Harris at the 4th of July event at the White House Thursday evening. Later, during evening fireworks, he stood on the balcony with his family, Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, in a clear show of support. Harris at one point grabbed Biden's hand and held it high in the air, and later the two hugged. Biden on Thursday opened a critical stretch in his effort to salvage his imperiled re-election campaign, facing a growing sense that he may have just days to make a persuasive case that he is fit for office before Democratic support for him completely evaporates. In the aftermath of Biden's disastrous debate performance last week against Republican Donald Trump, some financial backers were holding off or canceling upcoming fundraisers, according to a person familiar with the plans who spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity to talk about private discussions. "I'm not going anywhere," Biden told a crowd gathered for a July 4th barbecue on the White House South Lawn. However, at that same event on the South Lawn, he continued to struggle when going off-script Thursday as he tried to insert a jab at former President Donald Trump into his 4th of July remarks. The President and First Lady Jill Biden, alongside Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, spoke to military families. The 81-year-old is being heavily scrutinized after his car crash of a debate performance last Thursday, with a handful of Democratic lawmakers saying publicly they think Biden should bow out of the presidential race. The White House has pointed to an upcoming interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos to prove Biden is able to speak off the cuff, but he muddled his comments when he slid off the teleprompter Thursday. "By the way, you know I was at that World War I cemetery in France and the one that one of our colleagues, a former president, didn't want to go and be up there," Biden said. "I probably shouldn't even say that. Anyway," he continued, his voice going low. At another point in the speech he again said, "By the way, I've been all over the world," he said, his voice dropping to a mumble. "I've been in and out of battles, anyway." "You're incredible," he told the military members and their families gathered on the South Lawn. The president greeted members of the crowd when he was told that his presence outside meant that more guests weren't being let inside the White House gates. Biden promised to come back and out and talk to people. A supporter yelled, "Keep up the fight. We need you. You got me, man. I'm not going anywhere." There was a cloud over Thursday's festivities, and at W.